What's up, everybody? My name is Shade, and I'm here today with a Rathma starter build. It's kind of like day 2, day 3 of the season. It's got a 658k damage, 15 million toughness. Let's see, 800k life. That's because okay, so we've got non-ancient gear, but like on the gloves we have vitality, crit, cooldown, intelligence. I wanted to have it like that because the cooldown helps with simulacrum. And day 1, day 2, you know, your first pair of gloves that you get, they're not going to be trifecta. And also, even if they were, I almost wouldn't want trifecta. It's good to have a lot of health at the beginning of the season. So another thing that makes my build different is we're using Tragul's Corroded Fang. Because we're not using Wisdom of Kalan, we're using the Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose. Just for the more defense, more reliable defense, and some extra damage. We're not using Scythe of the Cycle. In the weapon, in the cube, we have Relena's Shadowhook, we got Tasker and Theo, Chrisman's Sentence, Circle of Knowledge's Evil here. Those are all required. Reaper's Wraps. We've got Life from Death to help with Reaper's Wraps, Devour Cannibalize to heal you and give you essence. Use the Numlock trick for that. If you don't know how to do the Numlock trick, you can either use Devouring Aura. It won't heal you, but it'll give you essence. So use the Numlock trick to get the heal with the essence. And if you don't know how to do the Numlock trick, go to Lord Fluffy on Google, Lord Fluffy Numlock trick. We're using Singularity, Frailty, Scent of Blood. You have to manually cast it, so make sure you have some essence when you want to cast that. But cursed enemies take 15% damage from your minions, so that helps. If you want to be more lazy and have a more reliable way to proc your Dainty's Binding, when you have no essence, Aura Frailty, that's good. Mobs are usually near you, but not always, so that's why I changed it to Scent of Blood. We've got Bone Spike, Sudden Impact, that generates essence. It helps proc Crispins because it stuns. The passives, Dark Reaping, you gain 2% essence and life per kill when you're using a scythe. Extended Servitude increases the duration of your mages. That's a no-brainer. Overwhelming Essence, increase your max essence by 40. That helps with Relena's Shadowhook. So we've got cooldown on the offhand. The offhand doesn't matter which one you use. Cooldown on the gloves. We're picking cooldown over crit. So int, vit, crit chance, and cooldown. Cooldown on the shoulders, cooldown on the weapon. It is an ancient weapon, but nothing else is ancient really. On the helmet, Trifecta helmet is good for rat runs and everything when you're 1000 Paragon plus, but I'd say day 1, day 2, first week when you're just doing Torment 13, you want vitality. I have life on this, but vitality, intelligence, and then either crit chance or skeletal mage damage. If you have a chance to get a trifecta with crit chance and skeletal mage damage, I would say just don't enchant it and leave the one that's on there. Unless it's a useless stat, then you can go with the trifecta, I guess. Maybe enchant it to get the vitality for now. Okay, I know it's going to seem weird to use Tragul's Corroded Fang over Scythe of the Cycle, but trust me, it works. This build is just something that I found in Season 11, when that was the last time we had Rathma for the starter set, and just something that I found out, it works. It just works. The other builds that I found for Rathma, they don't work, or they're for 2k Paragon, stuff like that. Okay, so let's get into the gameplay. You're going to want to get your Numlock trick going. Definitely want to cast Frailty see, that was like a one-shot on that elite pack. I've got 658k damage, and this is Torment 13. So definitely save your essence. So now I have to generate with bone armor, or bone, what is it called? Bone spikes, yeah. Sometimes you'll have to generate, not all the time. It's kind of like your own personal rat run, where you're just generating off of corpses and health globes. See if I can take these goblins down. That one's dead. You're definitely going to want to cast Frailty before you cast your mage. Because if you cast your mage, you'll have no essence and you won't be able to cast Frailty. So I'm going to hit Simulacrum right now. Potion, definitely. Now I have to generate a little bit. So I'm hitting Bone Spikes. Is that what it's called? Bone Spikes, yeah. That'll generate, it'll proc your Crisbins. Fire Chain's not so good here. You know, it's alright if you're not casting full essence mages. I mean, it's a bonus if you can get full essence. But you know, if you have hardly any, if you only have 2 mages out or you have 0 mages out, definitely do those half pool of essence mages. Do a quarter pool of essence mage. Just anything to get those mages out, keep your defensive buff rolling. Oh, so another thing is, you are pretty squishy right at the beginning of a rift because you don't have your defensive buff going. Your mages have to do damage to get the defensive buff rolling, which is another thing I'd like to bring up. This build is good for Torment 13, but if you want to do Torment 13 bounties, I mean, it'd be fine in Torment 10 bounties, maybe even Torment 11 bounties, but soloing Malthael on Torment 13 split bounties, not that easy, because it has the cut scene and you lose your mages, and also it's hard to make sure you start the fight with full essence and everything, and even if you do, that cutscene kind of ruins it. I usually make a demon hunter for bounties with unhallowed essence. Maybe shadow would work too. I'm not going to get into it, but I do have a shadow build that I learned from a friend that works in Torment 13. But unhallowed essence would be really good for bounties in Torment 13. But yeah, I mean, for day 2, I mean, this build that I have, this character that I have, would be so easy to have day 2, day 3, you know, the first week of the season, 658k damage, 800k life. It's so easy to get this build going. You don't need 200 Paragon. And if you notice, I'm not dying constantly like a lot of Rathma builds. You know, a lot of Rathma builds die constantly. I just kind of feel like Dainty's Binding. Dainty's Binding is with Frailty. The rune of Frailty that makes your pets do more damage. I think it's called Scent of Blood or something. Let me see. Scent of Blood, yeah. I think it's a lot better than using Wisdom of Kalan and Bone Armor with the Scythe of the Cycle. I like the setup a lot more, just because it's something that I found that works. So we're about to spawn the boss pretty soon here. Should probably save Simulacrum for the boss. It's kind of like with pylons, it's like, do you save it for the boss or do you use it to get to the boss faster? You know, it's kind of a judgment call there. You know. You know, actually, well, I was gonna say Simulacrum might be still up if I use it now for the boss. So I'll just pop it now. Get those health globes to get the essence up. So I'm just gonna pick up some health globes. There we go. I mean, you know, there are other builds for Necro that are much better, and I definitely check out Lord Fluffy's guides. He probably has the best builds for Necro. But this build, since we're starting with Rathma right out of the gate, I got a Wisdom of Kalan with attack speed. Trifecta. I'll hold on to that one. Frostburn. Ooh, Trifecta Frostburn. Not bad. What else we got here? Veers. That's kind of cool. I don't need the Veers though. Traveler's or Compass Rose. Okay. That's the guide, everybody. Oh, I think I forgot to mention that I've got rank 43 Bane of the Trapped, rank 50 Esoteric Alteration, rank 27 Enforcer. Hey, they don't need to be high-level gems for Torment 13. This build can do it. This build can do it. Let's all use this build for Torment 13 in the beginning of the season. Then we'll get our Rathmos going, get our Rat Runs going. Definitely a different build for Rat Runs. Completely different build. Definitely want to use Scythe of the Cycle in that one, and Haunted Visions, stuff like that. But yeah, that's my guide. I should have a link to the Diablo Fans page in the description if I make that Diablo Fans page. If it's not in the description, maybe I didn't make it. But yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Shade. Goodbye.